the next big news this week was they dropped the photo of the Han Solo cast.
Yeah, I'm actually looking at it as we speak.
It's great, isn't it? I like. Look, they've coloured his hair, and you know what?
Chewies.
Chewie. Oh well. All right, don't get me started on Chewie. All right, because he looks like
Uh-oh.
the same Wookiee that he does in the
Yeah.
Force Awakens. It's like no, no, no. Chewie looks a lot dirtier in A New Hope and Empire Return. It looks like he hasn't had a wash. This one, it looks like this is like pre non-bathing time, and then like when he gets to the Force Awakens, he's been using his Sunsilk and his hair conditioner.
Well, I mean, it's only a photograph that's been put together for a promotional purpose.
Oh, still, come on, get it right.
And I've got a feeling, it's the Last Jedi Chewie costume that they've just chucked in there for the photograph. So.
Well, I hope
Yeah,
so.
I mean, look, it's Chewbacca for 99.9% of the world. It's Chewbacca.
It's Chewie. It is Chewie. But I was just like, the Chewie. So I'm just being picky.
Yeah. What about the? I'm just looking at it now. What about the green pads around the archway in the background there? That's interesting.
Well, look,
So
the Falcons had many changes.
yeah, that's right. So obviously this is obviously it's an earlier time.
Yes.
The Falcon was a little bit fresher and newer, and maybe
Yep.
Han gave it a total rehash after he won it from Lando. So
Well, Lando may have had it padded for his lady's pleasure. We don't, you know what I mean? It's Lando's. He is the man, and we know what he's like with the ladies, and he may have had it prepped for when he had guests on board, if you know what I'm saying. That's just
Yeah.
Lando, though, but he would have been cool, suave. May have had a disco ball out where they have the holodeck table. He could have had it prepared. I'm sure there was a little bar put in and everything there. That's Lando. So
tell you
I'm
what,
sure,
Donald was it Donald Glover?
Donald Glover, yeah.
Yeah, mate, he's really looking the part in that photograph. Just the look on his face and the way he's looking there. Yeah, he's got the Calrissian swagger down. So
He's such a great character actor, though. If you ever watch him
he
in
is.
Community,
I really liked him in his part in The Martian.
he was great in that.
He was fantastic, wasn't he?
But if you ever want to see his comedic acting chops, watch Community.
I've never seen it.
He is fantastic, and he once again can flip his character on the head of a coin. He's just great. But look, Alden looks great. They've coloured his hair. He looked very roguish. Is probably the word I look.
What's so funny to me though is everybody's going, oh, Alden looks nothing like Harrison Ford. Harrison Ford is Han Solo. What are they doing? No one mentions that Donald doesn't look anything much like Billy Dee Williams.
No one has.
Yeah, it's although he doesn't look anything like Harrison Ford. I was like, for goodness sake, just let them make the film, and I'm sure it's all going to be okay.
Look,
so.
I've got really high hopes. Both the directors are fantastic. I love what they've done with other films, especially the Lego.
I love the Lego movie.
The Lego movie's great.
I
think they did a pretty good job with the first 21 Jump Street film.
Mm-hmm.
I've got high hopes, and of course Woody Harrelson, acting the goat there a bit, with shorter hair. So he's had a bit of a snip since his last role. So I'm looking forward to it, but it's funny how a single photo can get you excited. And Lucasfilm confirmed the release date of the film, which will be May.
I know, and I was really surprised because I was, really thinking they're going to hold to that Christmas release date, which has worked so well for them so far. Yeah, and it is a standalone movie too. So there goes that theory. My theory of maybe the standalones will be in May and the Saga films will be in December, but. The Rogue One was released in December, but obviously they think they can do it, and it's going to work for them. I mean, Star Wars is Star Wars; will work whenever it's released. And I know and I agree with a lot of people. It's been good having Star Wars at Christmas time. Having that.
I've enjoyed it.
Holidays.
I've enjoyed it.
Look, I'm sure they'll keep releasing it. At Christmas as well. But I think they're testing the waters back to the May release date again to see how we go with that. And it's also summer in America.
Yeah.
So maybe people are starting to complain a little bit about having to go out in the freezing cold and the ice and snow to go to the theatre at Christmas time. And it is that time of the year as well. So I think they're just trying to see how this plays out.
It is quite a fast turnaround though for a Star Wars film in general. We're filming now, and then we're releasing 14 months later. Like that is lightning quick. I think.
Well, obviously they're
They've got
you know,
faith
they
in
know
the
they can do
guys.
it, and they've got all the
Yeah.
plans in place. They're probably
Yeah.
starting to work on effects now and
Well,
everything. So
well, I'd say I think this isn't going to be quite visually effects heavy.
no, me either.
I
Yeah,
think this is going to be, if they're talking about Han and Lando and those early days, I think we're going to see a lot of
card playing.
card playing, set pieces. I feel like it's going to be sort of like a heist sort of film in one way. It's going to be bounty hunters. There's going to be bad guys.
You got to think Boba's in it.
Well, you got to think,
Cool.
and I think you've got a couple of strong female leads there, and Thadia Newton has just been officially
Yeah,
announced
I
her in the
heard
cast,
that. Yeah.
which is awesome because she was amazing in Westworld. If you've ever
Yeah, I
watched
like her.
Westworld, she
Yeah.
was great.
I liked her in. What's it? Vin Diesel's Riddick. Yeah, the
Riddick,
second
yes,
Riddick. She was in
she
that
was
too,
good.
and I
She
really
was
enjoyed
good.
her performance in that film.
But
Yeah.
so there was some new announcements there. Of course, Amelia Clarke from Game of Thrones, which one of these females has got to play some sort of love interest or ex lover of Han's. You've got to feel in a way. So we're going to get a bit of backstory there where Han's been before he hooks up with Leia. So there's going to be all that sort of angle, but it's going to be cool. We don't know who the villain is. I guess that's the big thing. So anyone in that photo could actually be the villain, and we don't know. But it says one thing though. If this film's out in May, we're going to see a trailer by the end of the year.
Yeah, you would think so. You would think they'd have something attached to Last Jedi or around that time anyway. So
this is
because then it'll be only 5 months out. So
well, think of it this way: we're going to probably have the Last Jedi out in April on DVD and Blu-ray, and then a month later we're going to get a new Star Wars film. So this is the first time where there's going to be a lot of cross promotion. There's going to be, because you're going to have filming's going to wrap up whatever time, maybe 6 to 8 weeks, and then we're going to have Last Jedi trailers coming, and then we may get a first teaser before 12 months. So and then you're going to have another trailer for the Last Jedi. So there's going to be so much overlap. Like, if I was at Lucasfilm right now, I'd be like, we have to plan every release of every trailer, every promotional shot from both these films so carefully that they're not going to take anything away from the other. And that's going to be really hard because Rogue One worked. It did. It was a story that we saw the new as fans. And as a non-fan, it was really like an introduction to the Star Wars story, which was really cool. Where the Han Solo film is an entity on its own. We don't know the backstory. We don't know anything. This isn't like, it's Han Solo and Lando. We know that, we as fans know that he won it from, Han won the Falcon from Lando in a card game, which is never spoken about in the films, by the way. In that way, it's like, you lost her to me, and that's it. It's not like, you won it on a hand of Sabak. It wasn't like, you beat me in a hand of Sabak. It was just like, I won her fair and square, and that's it. It's like, I lost her in a card game. I had a royal flush of Imperial Trooper cards. It wasn't anything like that. So we know.
Yeah, I remember they covered it in the Han Solo trilogy of books, Paradise Snare and things like that.
Right.
And
which is not
I
canon.
can remember reading those at the time and just being totally enthralled.
So we don't know anything about this film. We just hear that it's to do with the adventures of Han and Chewie and how they meet Lando and how they get the Falcon. So that's all we know. We know the Falcon will play heavy. We know Han and Lando and Chewie are going to play heavy, and that's it. So this is the ultimate test. Rogue One, of course they delayed the release. They had a lot of reshoots because after seeing the rough cut, they went, well, hang on, we see the film now heading in one direction, which I can tell you as a amateur filmmaker, I know exactly what that's like with cutting the mysaga.co. I was like, the film's heading this way. And they went, oh, hang on, no, it's actually gone this way. So I need to go and spend another few months editing on just one section. So I understand how a film can change in direction, which is what Rogue One did, and it was worth the wait. This, however,
really, pulled it out of the bag.
They haven't started filming this one, and they've already come out with the release date quite firmly. Where with Rogue One, it was tentative, and then after filming, they were like, after only a few weeks in, they said, "Well, hang on, no, we're going to change it." So this is the ultimate test. This is a complete unknown territory.
I think that Disney have a lot of faith in Lawrence Kasdan's script. With this film, because
he doesn't write bad scripts.
No, that's right. I know about 6 months ago that hearing that people who had read the script have just been totally enthralled by it and said that it's just great, it's just fun, it's funny, it's exciting.
Yeah.
And I think Disney have looked at it and said, yeah, great, let's go and make that. And so that's what's got me enthused about it. And look, no one else can put words in Han Solo's mouth like Lawrence Kasdan can. So it's just win-win all around for me so far.